Hi YouTube, welcome to day 7 of our board study plan, and today is Sunday, so I'll answer your questions, and I think I owe you a tip because I didn't give a studying tip last night, so and I didn't think ahead about that, so I'll have to come up with something as I talk. So I will start off by answering your questions. So first question was, how many total lectures are there in the 2012 DIT? And that stands for Doctors in Training. I don't know if I ever mentioned that, but DIT, Doctors in Training. And in the 2012, I just looked this up, there are 148 lectures total. And like I said, I think in the first lecture they say that each lecture averages about 33 minutes, but it really depends. They can range anywhere from like 12 minutes to 70 minutes. So, and we're doing the 18-day course, which is about 18 lectures per day. So, let's see. Or, what did I say? 18. Oh, I was the 18-day course, 8 lectures a day. And then what was my undergrad in? I'm guessing that meant, what's my major? I was a biology major with neuroscience and biomedical studies concentration. And a concentration at our school is, I guess, kind of like a minor. Otherwise, I hope that answers that question. How many hours do I study per day? And this is just answering it for what we've been studying for this intense study period, and that I think I calculated out was 10 hours. So I do a 50-question test in the morning, that's 1 hour. Then I do about 3 hours of lecture, so I try to get 4 lectures in those 3 hours, so that's 4 total. Then lunch, and then I do 3 more hours of 4 lectures, and then I try to do an hour of review. So that's 4 more, so that's 8. And then when I come home at night, I like to review my questions and then also kind of preview the material for the next day. So about 10 total. Yeah. And then the next question, are you living with extended family? And biologically, no, they're not our extended family. Just really good friends of ours, and we're living in their basement. So we just moved after second year was done, and we'll kind of be living here for the next 2 years. When do you think you'll schedule the USMLE? Well, as I mentioned in my other videos, I am not taking the USMLE. I'm taking only the COMLEX, but I'm pretty much studying for the USMLE. However, I'm not taking it just because I don't need to. I don't want to spend the extra money. And so when do I think I'll schedule it? I actually scheduled it back in December. So my test date is June 22nd. So that's set in stone, on my calendar, blacked out. And what do I do for my skin? That's a great question. I do not think I have very good skin. So that was quite the compliment. As you can see even tonight, not great. But I use Aveeno daily foam wash, and are you guys laughing at me? Great. I use Aveeno daily acne wash. It has acylic acid in it, and then I use the COMLEX or something clear for Aveeno moisturizing skin. And that's all I do. I probably should do more. But I don't wear makeup every day. I think I have some on right now, and I use Bare Minerals for my makeup. Let's see. Then the next question is, how often do you take study breaks during your intense 10-hour days? And that totally depends on the day. I think they mentioned that you should take a break, I think, every 50 minutes. But it kind of totally depends on the mood I'm in and how good my attention span is that day. Sometimes I can go 2 hours and then I'll need to get up and walk around or do something. Other times it's like every half hour. I need to go and do a load of laundry or walk around, get a snack. So it really depends on the day, but I'd say on average, at least every hour, hour and a half, I'm getting up and doing something or getting online, checking my email. But I'm pretty good for at least an hour. Then, have I given any thought to what kind of doctor I want to be in the future? Absolutely. I kind of already know what I want to do, and I want to be a family physician. I want to work in a small town, and in that small town, I also want to cover the emergency room and do obstetrics in my family medicine path, I guess. So, small town family physician is absolutely what I want to do, and I want to do full spectrum care. I wouldn't mind helping out with and managing a nursing home someday. So anyways, family physician to answer that question. And I think that, oh, and then the last question, am I taking the USMLE and COMLEX in the same week? Again, I'm not taking the USMLE, so I will just be taking the COMLEX. So that was a decision made just talking to my advisors and everything. Since family medicine, pretty much everybody accepts the COMLEX, and it costs another $500 and some to take the test, and it's another 8 hours of sitting and taking another exam, and like, no thanks. So just taking the COMLEX. Anyway, so that I think answers the questions. If you guys have any more, feel free to ask them in the comments below anytime this week, and then next Sunday I'll answer any new questions, but I don't think I'll repeat them unless they're very heavily asked. So for today's schedule, it was nice. It's a Sunday, and so this is another one of our half days, but we take the morning off. So this morning I got to wake up and take care of the baby, which was really fun. I love doing that. And then I went to church this morning, and they needed extra help in the nursery. So I helped out in the nursery, and there were 4 babies under 12 months, so I got to help out, which was really fun. Then I had a bridal shower to go to right afterwards, and that was really fun. I'm really excited for the bride-to-be. And then after that, we took like a 4-hour exam, or like a simulated one. All we did was put ComBank to 50 questions and answered those, and then right after that did another 50, and then I took a little break, and 50, and then 50 again. And my scores are improving from just last week, so that's a good sign that my studying has been paying off. So it was kind of an easy day in that sense, and had some late dinner, and just have been kind of hanging out and still organizing everything. Our room's still a mess from trying to unpack and move everything into the places it needs to be. So it's very late. It's 11 o'clock now. So let's see. Oh, and I said I would give you 2 study tips. So another one that I can think of that's very important, I think, is sleep. And that's something I started in medical school, is trying to get a healthy sleep. So I get on average 7.5 to 8 hours every night, and I've done that since med school started, which I think has influenced quite a bit of things, good grades and attention span and everything. So even though we're in board studying and studying 10 hours a day, we are on average getting 7.5 to 8 hours. So if you can do that, and I guess try not to nap. I used to be a napper in college, but that also was because I was getting like 4 or 5 hours of sleep a night, which was terrible. They say try not to do that. Try to get your studying in and get your 8 hours of sleep a night. And just keep exercising. And again, this is something that I'm not always great at, but I can tell definitely helps. If it's 20 minutes, half hour, that's great. I use a workout video, and that's about 25 minutes. I use the Jillian Michaels. And here, since my back has been hurting, I've been going on walks with the baby, which has been fun. But they also, DIT mentioned not to do like any intense weightlifting, things where you'd be really sore the next day and really tired. So just kind of going on a brisk walk, or just getting your heart rate up, that's good. So those are my 2 tips, and I'll have more for you tomorrow. I hope you guys all had a great weekend. And today kind of actually feels like a weekend night, because tomorrow is actually Memorial Day here, so a lot of people have off work. When I did my study schedule, I was not planning for vacation days or holidays or anything like that. So tomorrow we still have our typical 8 lectures a day, but we might go to a barbecue, which will be fun. So anyways, hope everyone had a great weekend, and I'll see you tomorrow.